Okay. Good day, everybody. I am well introduced there. I'm Olumba Chukwemeka Benjamin, but you can just call me Chuks to make the name short. I am from Nigeria. I am the organizer of Imo Legal Hackers. It's a new chapter that started in August, actually. Thank you. Thank you. It's a new chapter that started in August. So we are 1 year by July this year. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, actually, I don't want to talk about so much about what we're doing in the legal space as far what we have done, what we've not done, but actually I'm here just to tell a story. So take it as simple as telling a story. So in August, I was introduced to the legal hackers idea and the notion of using technology to help what we're doing in the legal space, like practice of law and all whatnot. So when I was introduced earlier, it took a lot from my side. That's why I want to tell this story, so that I met a couple of persons yesterday's dinner, and they were talking about starting up their new chapter. So from my story, you can take some clue as to what you can do and how you can help your process. So when first they told me about legal hackers, I tried talking to people about legal hackers, and the reaction was, legal, yes, but hackers, God, what is it doing with the name? And I tried meeting some notable persons like judges, like very senior lawyers who I feel will influence even the young ones in coming into what we do. So when I was talking to them, it was actually during the time of this guy, Gucifer. I know most of you know him. So when you talk to them, they will be like, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to hack us? Is he trying to go into our space? So that made me, actually, Jameson did a lot trying to explain to me what legal hackers is, our own perspective to it, hacking in our own perspective, what it's all about. But it drove me into a couple of research to find out on my own, what is it all about, what it is all about. Now, I know most of you know more than me what legal hackers is and what hacking is actually. But permit me, at the risk of repetition, to share with you some of the things I found out. Like, this is the question I asked myself. So if I try to get answers to these questions, and it helped me in actually addressing this issue. So I looked at what this guy in his public offer that I suppose that should be his first public offer that he made, and what he said about hackers, actually. Yeah, I know Techno Railroad Club is something you can look at when you want to find out what hacking is all about, actually. But this guy is more recent and more in line, and it helped me in my argument with people as to what hacking is, especially in Nigeria. Now, permit me to share some of these things with you. This is in his letters to prospective shareholders of his initial public offer. He said this: the word hackers has an unfairly negative connotation from being portrayed in the media as people who break into computers. And in reality, hacking just means building something quickly and testing the boundaries of what can be done. Actually, this gave me a leeway, you know. I was able to start doing something differently, talking to people differently about what hacking is all about. And again, he said this: the hacker's way is an approach to building that involves continuous improvement and iteration. Hackers believe that something can be better and that nothing is ever complete. They just go to fix it, often in the face of people who say actually that it's impossible or contented with a status quo. Actually, it's actually helped me, because usually people ask you, what do you want to change? What do you want to do differently? And I keep telling them that there's a lot actually that we can do in our space, there's a lot that we can change and stuff. So this is what he said again. Okay, I don't have much time, but you can read it up. It's here on the screen. So after reading this, I realized for the first time that actually in Nigeria, even though we've not been doing it in the name of hacking, that there is hacking in our space too, in Nigeria. Even though outside pure legal hackers chapter, that we just established, they've been doing a couple of things that I consider that they are hacking, even though not purely technological. Now now I got this idea that this is from the definition, my own concept of hacking, is the introduction of hackers' culture or hackers' way of doing things into legal ecosystem. So this is my own definition of legal hackers, what they stand for, what they intend, what they are doing, and what they will keep doing. So I looked at this. When I told you that we've been hacking, when I was called to the bar in 2007, the system was like this. You file your statement of claims, and the other man will file his statement of defense after the time, and then the other man will file his, he will now call his witnesses, and on and on and on, and things kept, dragging. But when I was called to bar, I saw this for the first time. Front-loading system. This is a system where I bring in all my statement of claim with list of witnesses, with SBIT, everything. You move it into the court at once. The man who will find the statement of defense will move everything in at once. So when the witness comes into the witness box, you don't start asking questions and questions again. He will simply adopt what he had done, his witness, what he stated in his witness deposition. So it abridges the time. It makes practice far more shorter. So this is an innovation in our space too. It wasn't there before, but this is in the general sense. Then I looked at something like the pre-trial conference. The pre-trial conference actually came with a front-loading system, because there you narrow down issues, interlocutory applications are taken, because on the originally, that before this time, we have a system where midway, people will bring in us all kinds of applications, interlocutory injunction, this application, and that slows down the system. So they brought this in to take care of that and to narrow down issues. In fact, at pre-trial conference, a judge can actually say that you don't have a defense to this matter at pre-trial conference stage. Then we have the multi-door courthouse, which was introduced actually in Lagos. The multi-door courthouse actually came with these people too, because the multi-door courthouse is a system where you have an alternative. You must not litigate. You can't go for alternative dispute resolution. So that is what actually the multi-door courthouse provided. It's equally an innovation in our space. Then we have admissibility of electronic evidence. It used to be war before. It used to be based on what a judge decides or how the judge perceives it. But under the new amendment of the Evidence Act, this one was quite recently, 2011, they made electronic evidence actually admissible in almost all ramifications. So when I saw this, I said, yes, that actually we've been doing innovations, we've been hacking in our system, trying to improve the system. But I feel the core of legal hackers particularly is really, this can be accommodated within what we are doing as innovations, but the core are the technologically driven innovations. That is the core of legal hacking. So for me to actually do anything within our space, which I consider that what we are doing, what we've done so far in our space is quite modest. So for me to do this, I decided to consider or put together these areas like, we look at legal education, which involves the process of training a lawyer, a young lawyer, arming him with the tools, getting him to know how the different arms of government works and how he applies what he has learned to the practice of law. I will equally bring in ICT. ICT here, I'm referring to generally something like the internet, since things that will help us have access to more information. Then I look at legal practice. This is what a lawyer does actually. So from this tray, I can bring out things that you will appreciate are things that we're doing in our own space. That's why I said it is modest. Now, I just want to say this. In 1999, that was when the civilian government came into Nigeria. That was when the policy adoption of ICT came in for the first time. I feel I don't have much time, so let me just go straight to this. Okay, this is what we are doing within our place. This is Law Pavilion. Law Pavilion is a landmark achievement in the field of legal technology in Nigeria. For the first time, Law Pavilion came in. It did so much in the area of law reporting. It did so much in the area of legal research, and they also have a couple of management tools that helps lawyers in what they're doing. We have Legalpedia. Legalpedia is more of an online law reporting, compilation of this law report. We used to have a lot of manual law reports. You come to lawyers' chamber, it will be stacked with a lot of law reports. But along the way, these people came in and they've changed the way, the number, the volume, what you can actually manage, what you can actually bring within your office to do, and how you can access them anytime, any day. Now, Nigerian Law School e-handbook, when I went to the Nigerian Law School in 2007, 2006, 2007, there was nothing like this. They were all manual books. But today, we have things like this, like the Nigerian Law School e-book that we young lawyers are now using. Then we have Part Legal, My Time Is Up, DocSign. DocSign is today we have e-commerce, e-transaction, e-this, e-that. This will enable you execute contracts online with ease without doing it the manual way. And there are legislations that are made to back up and guarantee its authenticity. So I feel that's it for us now. So I love you so much. Thank you very much.